In the world of nature, there is a phenomenon called Batesian mimicry, where a harmless creature perfectly imitates a dangerous one to survive. In human relationships, we see a similar pattern, the opportunist who perfectly mimics the behavior of a loving partner as long as the resources are flowing. They know exactly what to say, how to look, and when to smile to keep you invested. But there is one thing a mimic can never replicate: sacrifice. A woman who truly wants you is invested in your soul. A woman who is using you is invested in your utility. The difference between the two isn't found in how they treat you when things are perfect. It's found in how they react when the benefits of being with you temporarily disappear. Today, we are going to expose the parasitic loop, the hidden signs of resource-based attraction, and how to test for genuine desire without ever saying a word. Most people live by default. We live by design. If you are the person quietly dismantling old patterns to build a future that actually belongs to you, you've found your circle. We don't do victim here. We do vision. Subscribe to sharpen your awareness. Leave a comment and bring your insight to the table. No noise, no ego, just the blueprint for a stronger mind. Let's get to work. To identify if you are being used, you must first understand the convenience anchor. For many people, a relationship is not a connection, it is a service. You provide the car, the emotional stability, the social status, or the financial safety net. As long as you are providing these things, the partner is happy. But this happiness is anchored to the convenience you provide, not to your personhood. Psychologically, if you were to lose your job, your car, or your confidence tomorrow, a convenient partner would experience a loss of interest almost immediately. Their brain is wired to scan for the next best option because they never truly chose you. They chose the comfort you represented. In the red pill analysis of behavior, we look for low-stakes investment. Does she only contribute to the relationship when it's easy for her? Does she only care when there is an audience watching? A woman with genuine desire has active empathy. She notices when you're tired. She offers to help without being asked. She protects your peace because your well-being directly affects her own. An opportunist, however, has selective empathy. They are very concerned with your problems only if those problems interfere with their plans. If your car breaking down means you can't take them to a concert, they are angry at you rather than concerned for you. This is a massive psychological red flag. Let's look at a story about a man named Gregory. Gregory was a high-earning consultant who met a woman named Vanessa. For a year, the relationship felt like a dream. Vanessa was always dressed to impress, always ready for a night out, and always telling Gregory how successful he was. Gregory felt like he had finally found a woman who saw him, but Gregory didn't realize that Vanessa was only seeing his portfolio. The negative outcome for Gregory happened when his main contract was canceled and he had to go through a lean season. He stopped going to expensive dinners and started focusing on rebuilding his business. Suddenly, Vanessa became emotionally distant. She started picking fights about his lack of ambition. She wasn't supporting him through a hard time. She was judging him for failing to provide her subscription to luxury. She left him 3 months later for a man who was still in his prime. Gregory's mistake was confusing admiration of success with genuine desire for the man. He learned that if her respect is tied to your bank account, it will expire the moment the balance drops. Have you ever felt like you had to buy your partner's good mood? Do you feel like you're walking on eggshells the moment you can't provide exactly what they want? Tell us in the comments, what was the smallest sign that made you realize her interest was conditional? The second concept is the social trophy syndrome. Sometimes you aren't being used for money, you are being used for status. If you are a man of influence, physical fitness, or high social standing, an opportunist will stay with you to borrow your light. They want the validation that comes from being seen with you. They love the idea of you, but they don't love the reality of you. You can spot this by how they treat you when you are behind closed doors. If they are affectionate in public, but cold or dismissive in private, They are using you as a prop for their own ego. Psychologically, this is a form of objectification. They don't see you as a human being with flaws and needs. They see you as an accessory. When you stop playing the role of the perfect partner or the successful man, they become frustrated. They will try to shame you back into the role. A woman who truly wants you, however, values the private moments more than the public display. She is your safe harbor, not your PR agent. She values your vulnerability because it shows she has access to a part of you that no one else sees. Now, let's look at a story of growth. A man named Nathan. Nathan was a well-known athlete who often attracted women who wanted to be seen with a star. When he met a woman named Bridget, he decided to test the genuine desire early on. He didn't take her to the usual hotspots. He invited her to help him volunteer at a local youth center, and he spent their first few dates doing low-cost, high-connection activities like hiking and long talks by the lake. The positive outcome for Nathan was the validation of character. Bridget didn't care about the cameras or the VIP treatment. She was fascinated by Nathan's childhood stories and his goals for after his sports career. She showed reciprocal effort. She cooked him meals, she listened when he talked about his injuries, and she never asked for a shout-out on his social media. Nathan realized that Bridget wanted Nathan the man, not Nathan the athlete. By removing the utility early on, he was able to see her heart. He found a partner who would stay if the lights ever went out, and that gave him a level of peace he had never known. The red pill truth here is that true desire is proactive, not reactive. A woman who wants you will look for ways to be in your space. She will text you just to check in. She will bring you a coffee because she knows you've been working hard. She is building with you. A woman who is using you is reactive. She only responds when you initiate. She only shows love after you've done something for her. She is consuming your energy, not refilling it. If you stopped all effort today, would she step up to fill the gap, or would the relationship simply die of starvation? Why are we so afraid to stop the effort for a few days to see what happens? Why do we keep feeding a relationship that isn't giving anything back? Let's talk about this in the comments. Have you ever done a silence test and been shocked by how long it took for them to reach out? I want you to understand this. Desire is a luxury, but use is a job. If it feels like work to keep her interested, you are probably being used. If it feels like home to be with her, she probably truly wants you. Don't be afraid to look at the hard beta of your relationship. Love is a beautiful thing, but awareness is the only thing that keeps love from becoming a trap.
Most people watch to be entertained. You're likely here to be informed. This channel is a space for those who hold themselves to a higher standard of logic. If that resonates, subscribe and join a community that values deep psychology over cheap drama. I want to see your perspective in the comments. This is a place for data and dialogue, not judgment. If you're ready for the truth, stay tuned. The third pillar of our study is the psychology of future faking. This is a sophisticated form of manipulation where a person paints a vivid picture of a future together, marriage, kids, travel, and growing old, specifically to get what they want from you today. They talk about our house while you are the only one paying the rent. They talk about our future while they are making no effort to build their own career. Psychologically, they are borrowing your vision to keep you compliant. If you start to feel like they are using you, they simply pull out the future card and say, "How can you think that? I'm planning my life around you." In the red pill observation of high-value dynamics, we see that true desire is rooted in the present. A woman who truly wants you doesn't need to promise you a golden future to get you to help her today. She is already helping you today. An opportunist uses the future as a shield to protect their current lack of investment. You can spot a future faker by looking at their timeline of action. Are they taking steps to become the person who can actually live that future with you? Or is the future just a story they tell to keep the benefits flowing? If the talk is big but the daily contribution is small, you are being sold a dream so they can live in your reality for free. Let's look at a story about a man named Silas. Silas was a hard-working contractor who met a woman named Monica. Monica was always talking about their future farm and how she wanted to be a supportive wife who took care of the home. Silas loved this vision. Because he believed in the future Monica, he didn't mind that the current Monica never helped with groceries, never cleaned the apartment, and was always asking for a loan to start her boutique business. The negative outcome for Silas was the reality crash. After 3 years and $20,000 of Silas's money spent on Monica's dreams, Silas realized that Monica hadn't actually done any work. When he finally stopped giving her money and told her she needed to get a job to help with the future farm, Monica's personality changed instantly. She became cold and insulting. She didn't want the farm, she wanted the funding. She left Silas for a man who was willing to buy into her next story. Silas's mistake was investing in potential instead of performance. He learned that if someone isn't a partner in the small things, they will never be a partner in the big things. Have you ever been sold a dream by someone who was doing absolutely nothing to help you build it? Tell us in the comments, what was the grand promise they made that finally made you realize they were just future faking? The fourth pillar is the test of reciprocity and shared risk. A healthy relationship is a joint venture. Both people have skin in the game. This means that both people risk something to be there. An opportunist, however, always keeps one foot out the door. They risk their lives, they attach their life to yours. You can identify this by looking at how they handle shared responsibility. Do they offer to pay for dinner occasionally? Do they help you when you're sick? Do they protect your reputation when you're not in the room?
Psychologically, a person who truly wants you feels a sense of collective ownership. Your wins are their wins, and your losses are their losses. If you are struggling, they feel the pinch too, and they move to help. A person who is using you feels entitled to your wins, but exempt from your losses. They want the profit without the risk. In the red pill world, we encourage men and women to vet for skin in the game. If a partner isn't willing to inconvenience themselves for the sake of the relationship, they aren't a partner, they are a guest. And guests leave when the service stops being 5-star. Now let's look at a story of growth, a man named Caleb. Caleb was a successful business owner who was tired of being a human ATM. When he met a woman named Elena, he decided to be psychologically observant. He didn't hide his success, but he didn't lead with it. He watched how Elena reacted to small inconveniences. One weekend, Caleb's business had a minor crisis and he had to work through their planned date. Instead of making it about her disappointment, Elena asked, "How can I make this easier for you? Can I bring you some dinner while you work?" The positive outcome for Caleb was the discovery of a high-value partner. Elena showed that she was invested in the man, not the date. Throughout their relationship, Elena practiced active reciprocity. When she got a promotion at her own job, she took Caleb out to celebrate. She never demanded things, she appreciated them. Caleb realized that Elena had her own skin in the game. She had her own career, her own goals, and her own self-respect. She didn't need Caleb to survive, which meant she chose Caleb because she actually wanted him. They built a relationship where the balance of effort was always equal, which made the trust unbreakable. The red pill truth is that dependence is not the same as desire. Just because someone needs you doesn't mean they want you. In fact, people often grow to hate the person they depend on because it makes them feel weak. If a woman is with you only because she can't survive without your resources, she will eventually resent you. She will take your money and your security, but she will give her heart to the man who makes her feel desire, even if that man is broke. To have a real relationship, you must be with someone who is independently whole. Only a person who can leave but chooses to stay is giving you genuine desire. For the men, stop trying to buy loyalty. You can buy compliance, you can buy company, and you can buy silence, but you cannot buy heart. Lead with your character and let the resources be the reward for a woman who has already shown she wants the man. For the women, realize that using a man is a short-term strategy with a long-term cost. You lose your integrity, you lose your self-respect, and you eventually lose the man when he wakes up. The most powerful position you can be in is the woman who adds value to a man's life, rather than just extracting it. As we finish this lecture, I want you to take a cold, hard look at your current or past relationships. Ask yourself, if I lost everything today, would they still be standing here tomorrow? If the answer makes you feel anxious, you already have your data. Do not be afraid of the truth. The truth is the only thing that can protect your time, your energy, and your future. Build yourself into a person who is worthy of choice, and then refuse to settle for anyone who is just looking for a place to stay. Staying until the end isn't just about finishing a video, it's about refusing to look away from the truth. I appreciate you being here for the full conversation. It shows you're ready to apply what you learn rather than just hearing it. Subscribe to lock in this standard for yourself. We're building a community where boundaries and self-respect are the baseline, not the exception. Share your thoughts in the comments. I'm looking forward to reading your take. Keep challenging the narrative. I'll see you in the next one.